Hello friends, I hope you have watched all the videos of user-defined methods chapter so far. If you have done so, then by now you should have a good understanding of the fundamentals of methods. In this lesson, we will use all the concepts of methods we have learned so far and see some examples of the different types of methods that we can write. Depending upon the method's parameter list and return type, they can be categorized into these four types. We will understand all these types by going through some examples. The first type of methods are the ones that take inputs and returns a value. Such methods are characterized by a non-empty parameter list and a non-void return type. Most of the methods we have seen so far are of this type. Take the examples of compute area, compute perimeter, add and subtract methods. All of them were accepting some inputs and returning a value. Let's look at two more examples of such methods. The problem statement of our first program is this. Write a program to input two numbers from the user. Pass both the numbers to a function named greatest. The greatest function should return the greater of the two numbers. Whenever you are given such a question to write a method, the first thing you should do is to analyze the question and figure out the method prototype. What are the different parts of method prototype? It's access specifier, modifier, return type, method name, and parameter list. Access specifier and modifier are relatively straightforward. Unless explicitly mentioned in the question, by default, always assume the access specifier as public and omit the modifier so that the method is a non-static method. In this question, nothing is explicitly mentioned about whether the method will be public or private and whether it will be static or non-static. So access specifier will be public and we will write nothing for modifier. Let's read the question now. Write a program to input two numbers from the user. Pass both the numbers to a function named greatest. From this part of the second line, we get the name of the method as greatest. This part, pass both the numbers to a function named greatest, tells us that this function will take two numbers as inputs. As nothing is mentioned about the numbers, we can safely assume the numbers to be ints. So this gives us the parameter list, two formal arguments a and b of int type. The next line of the question tells us that our method should return the greater of the two numbers. So its return type will be int. So all parts of method prototype are figured out. I will switch to BlueJ now and start writing the program. I have already created this class keyboard method example1 for this program. I will write the prototype for the method that we figured out just now. Public int greatest int a int b. Next part is simple. We just need to add the logic of finding the greater of a and b in method's body. I will first declare an int variable g and initialize it to 0. This variable g will hold the greater of a and b. Then I will use the if statement to check if a is greater than b. If this is true, then g should be equal to a, else g should be equal to b. Next, I will return g like this. Our greatest method is complete. The question also requires us to accept two numbers from the user. To do that, I will add a main method to this class. Public static void main string args. Inside the main method, I will accept the two numbers using scanner class. For that, I will first import scanner class. Now, inside the main method, I will create an object of scanner class. After that, I will accept the two numbers. Now we need to call our method greatest and pass x and y to it. For that, I will create an object of this class keyboard method example1 like this. Then I will declare an int variable z to receive the output of greatest method. Finally, I will call the greatest method through obj like this. Let's also print the output of greatest method. Our program is complete. Let's compile and run it. I am entering the first number as 10, second number as 20. Our greatest method correctly returns 20 as the greatest number. Here is the program along with the output. Okay, moving on to the next example of this category, its problem statement is this. Write a program to input a number from the user. Using a suitable method, calculate and return the cube of the number. The method should take the number as its input. Again, I will start by trying to figure out the prototype of the method from the details mentioned in the question. This second line tells us that method should take a number as input and return its cube as output. So the parameter list will be like this. One int variable as its formal argument, and its return type will also be int. The question mentions nothing about public or private, static or non-static. So access specifier will be public and we will omit the modifier. The question does not specify any name of the method, so we need to give it a meaningful name. Let's call it ComputeCube. We have all parts of the prototype. Let's write it down. I will switch to BlueJ now. Let me write the method prototype in this keyboard method example2 class. Public int ComputeCube intn. Next, I need to complete the method body. This int variable cube will hold the cube of n. Then I will return this cube as output of this method. ComputeCube method is complete. Let's write the main method to take the number as input from the user and call ComputeCube method. First, I will import scanner class. Next, I will write the main method. Public static void main string args. Rest of this main method is similar to the main method of the previous question, so I will quickly complete it and show you. First, I am accepting a number from the user as input. After that, I am creating an object of this class. Then, I am calling our ComputeCube method and displaying the output. Let's compile and execute the program now. I want to calculate the cube of 3. The program correctly prints the cube of 3 as 27. Let's move on to the next category of methods now. This type of methods takes inputs but don't return a value. They are characterized by non-empty parameter list and void return type. We will write two programs using these kinds of methods. The first question is this. Write a program to accept an integer number from the user. Use a method named twofold to double and print the number. The method twofold should accept the number as its input and it should not return any value. So, what will be the prototype of our method? Method name is given in the question as twofold. Access specifier will be public, no modifier, as the method should not return any value, so its return type is void. It takes one number as input, so its parameter list contains a single int variable as argument. We have all the details of the method prototype, so let's switch to BlueJ and write it now. I will write the prototype of the method that we saw just now. Public void twofold int n. The body of this method is quite simple. I will multiply n with 2 to double it and store the result in another variable. Then I will print it. Let me show it to you. Twofold method is complete. Let me jot down the main method as well. These are the same statements we always write to accept the number from the user. Here, I am creating an object of this class and then using it to call twofold method. As twofold method does not return any value, so we cannot use it on the right side of an assignment operator like this. This gives an error. I will revert it. Program is compiling fine now. Let's execute it. I will give the number as 5. Okay, this program works correctly. On to the next example. The problem statement of this question is, write a function void compute int a, int b, char ch with 2 integer arguments and 1 character argument. It computes the product of integer arguments if ch is p, otherwise it adds the integers. In this question, the prototype of the method is mentioned in the question itself. Such questions are excellent scoring opportunities as half of the answer is given in the question itself. So, I will write the method prototype as given in the question. Again, writing this public is optional. Nothing is explicitly mentioned in the question about whether compute method should be public or private. Rest of the prototype is as given in the question. I will go to BlueJ and write this prototype. This is the class I have created for the program. I will write the method prototype now. Public void compute int a, int b, char ch. So the prototype is exactly as given in the question. Now what we must do in the method body? We need to check if ch is p. It is done like this. If it is, we will compute and print the product. Otherwise, we will add the numbers. That's it. Our compute method is complete now. This question asked us to write only the compute method, so the main function is not needed. Let's see how we can execute this method without the main method in BlueJ. First, I'll compile the program. When I right-click on the class, compute method is not listed here. The reason is that compute method is a non-static method. We cannot execute it without creating an object of this class kboard method example4. How to create its object? Select this first option, new kboard method example4. This dialog asks you to give a name to your object. Consider this like the variable name you give to the object when writing the new statement in main method for creating the object. I will go with the default value here and say OK. The newly created object of this class is shown here. Right-click on that object. Here we get an option to execute our compute method. This dialog asks us for the actual arguments of compute method. That is, the input values that we want to pass to a, b and ch. I will give a as 2, b as 3 and ch as p. Note that ch is a char, so I need to enclose it in single quotes when writing it here. With these input, compute should calculate the product of 2 and 3, so it should give 6 as output. Good. The program calculates the product correctly. Next, I will check for sum. Again, I will give a as 2, b as 3. For ch, I need to give any letter other than p, so I will give q. This time, I should get the sum of 2 and 3 as 5. Sum is also calculated correctly. Our compute method works perfectly.